Welcome back to Get With The Programming CrossFit Jeopardy edition, as we have three new contestants battling out to see who has the greatest knowledge of CrossFit history, CrossFit games, really anything we want to do underneath the sun. And we usually do it wrong about 2 or 3 times a show. So welcome. We have our back-to-back returning champion, Miss Ellia Miller, joins us in going for grand champion status today.
You are in grave danger.
One of the two contestants that will be challenging him is in the center bottom part of your screen. That is Mr. Formerly known as Pedro White. It is Pedro.
That's why I'm dressing up as the one woman no Irishman can resist, Mrs. Potato Head.
Thank you for joining the show, Pedro. And last but not least, we have Antlers as the buzzer. However, he will be putting up an antler. Yes, 1.5 antlers. That is Mr.
He's a hunted deer.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
I figured it was only appropriate to throw that. And joining me on the show is the man who will be making sure he'll be giving Casey the benefit of the doubt as far as all buzzers are concerned, and that is Mr. Bill Grundler.
Wolverine.
And last but not least, Mr. Barkley Dale, who is more nervous than I am for some reason for today's show.
Don't forget, I'm half human, so that 50% of me that's stupid, that's 100% you.
Your math is blowing my mind.
And it totally makes sense because every show we decide that, hey, let's not have a clean run. Let's screw this up as much as possible as we get there. But without further ado, let's get to CrossFit Jeopardy as we start with our categories for the day. And Barkley, I'll bring you into in just a second, but let's get our board set. Bill, I've got you at the top. Let's put you at the bottom.
Perfect.
All right, your categories for today's show are 2018 CrossFit Games.
Uh-oh.
Acronyms. Who you talking about? Get on my level 1. And that's odd objects. And our 3 contestants today are not just battling out for bragging rights and for potential grand champion status, but you also will receive a bundle. And they are the bedrock of everything as far as improving your morning routine of that hot cup of coffee in the morning. You got the MCT oil powder, the collagen protein. You can put it in your coffee, and it's just a good blast of collagen, protein, peptides is seamlessly in your coffee. The creamer, which is non-dairy for those of you that need that. You can go to bubsnaturals.com or scan the QR code on your screen. Make sure you use the code GWTP. That'll give you 20% off everything. The winner of today's show will receive a Bubs bundle, and Elia's already won twice. We still need to do our Bubs giveaway from your last win, and we'll see if that's 2 giveaways for this one. And without further ado, let's get to the board. Your categories are at the top of your screen from left to right. 2018 CrossFit Games, acronyms, who you talking about, get on my level 1, and that's odd object. I'll bring in Mr. Barkley Dale to give some details for each category.
Acronyms, get on my level 1, and that's odd objects are repeats. So if you don't know what they are, take the time now to go back and watch previous shows.
Try it back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. 2018 CrossFit Games is really any random fact relating to the 2018 CrossFit Games. Nothing is going to be specified beyond that. Who you talking about is hopefully going to be an audio clip of a quote that was said on the broadcast for a specific athlete. And the answer to this question or to this audio clip is the athlete being discussed. Questions?
To reiterate that, it is who we are talking about, not who the announcer is. And as always, you must answer in the form of a question. Thank you, Barkley. And to buzz in, you need moose antlers. Thank you, Casey. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Pedro,
really good.
Yep, yeah, you're gonna have to speed that up. Yeah.
I don't
Casey's
think I
got
will.
speed. What he lacks In antlers, he makes up for speed as we get set. So, all right, Ellia, you are our returning back-to-back champion. Therefore, you have control of the board.
Hi. I'd just like to say I was really excited that I finally got a real picture and then it was taken away again. Anyway.
Wait, that wasn't for real? I thought that was real. Sorry, my bad.
Ellia, you've used up 90% of your speaking time on this episode, so you need to wrap it up.
You've been muted. You've been muted.
Let's do acronyms for 200.
Acronyms for 200. GHD. Casey.
What is glute ham developer?
Correct. What is glute ham developer? Casey, you now have $200, and you, sir, are in control of the board.
Let's go acronyms for 400.
Acronyms for 400. Imam. Casey.
What is every minute on the minute?
Correct. What is every minute on the minute? Casey, you now have $600. You are in control of the board.
We'll keep that going. Acronyms 600.
Acronyms for 600. MGW. Casey.
Wow.
What is monostructural gymnastics and weightlifting?
Wow. What is monostructural gymnastics and weightlifting is correct. Casey said he would be good on this show. And so far, he's off to a strong start. Casey.
Acronyms for 8.
Acronyms for 800. TNG. Ooh, Bill.
Aaliyah.
Oh,
Aaliyah.
bullshit.
You were a solid third.
I think my internet is slow because I was first on my screen.
Oh, I got you. You got
What
you.
is touch and go?
Correct. What is touch and go? Leah, you have 800. Casey, 1,200. Leah, you are in control of the board.
Acronyms 1,000.
Acronyms for 1,000. RPE. Casey.
What is rating of perceived exertion?
What is the rate of perceived exertion?
So you get the wrong answer. Okay, cool. That's okay. I'm just checking.
So Barkley is our judges panel. If you see me look this way, I'm looking right at Barkley to see if the answer is accepted. So if you're answering a question slowly and I'm kind of doing this, it's a good or a bad thing. I couldn't tell you which one it is, but that is correct. And that will move us back to, that is the category is done for acronyms. Casey, you have $2,200. Aaliyah, $800. Pedro, doing great at 0, but not negative. And honestly, it's a better start than John Young had in our first episode.
Not negative yet.
Casey,
time.
You are in control of the board.
All right, let's go 2018 games for 200.
2018 games for 200. This event was the final event of day 2, and it was a repeat for the men of the 2017 finale. Casey.
What is the Fibonacci final?
Correct. Of course, then on the other day, it was not the final, but Fibonacci is correct. That's for 200. Back to the board. Casey is 2,400. You have control of the board.
2018 games for 400.
2018 games for 400. This athlete won 3 events, including Aeneas, before finishing on the podium. Casey.
Who is Laura Horvath?
Correct. Who is Laura Horvath as a rookie? Second place. Casey, you have the board.
18 games, 600.
18 games for 600. This event saw the obstacle course being reused and a little friend named Randy. What is the battleground? Casey, you have $2,800. Aaliyah, $800. Pedro, 0. Casey,
My feed has been frozen since the show started, so my name's wondering what's happening.
Let's go 18 games for 800.
2018 games for 800. This was the only modality tested in 2 separate events on day 1 of the 2018 CrossFit Games. Oh, sorry. That did not mean to. Ellia.
What is monostructural?
Started with a bike, ended with a marathon row. That is correct. What is monostructural? Ellia, you have $1,600. Casey, $2,800. Pedro, we already know. Ellia, you have control of the board.
Can I get a recap of what the odd object category is?
I thought you were going to ask for a recap of the scores. I was like, fuck you, Ellia.
A recap of Pedro's answers to the questions. We'll just stay quiet for the next 60 seconds. That's odd objects are odd objects.
Is it like, do we have to name the workout, or we get a workout and we name the object?
You have to name the object.
Okay, great. Let's do that's odd object for 200.
That really bothers me. You left that 1,000 just sitting there. But all right, that's odd object. Your choice. This object was used in individual competition for the first time in 2015. 6 rounds of 50 feet sure adds up. Casey.
What is the yoke?
Correct. What is the yoke? And for a bonus, do you remember the name of the event?
It wasn't Burden Run, was it?
Just for a bonus.
It was Jake. I think Jacob Hepner won it.
He did, and Sam Briggs won it, and lapping Camille Blanc-Bazinet at the time was Midline Madness. Madness, having fun. Oh, thank you, Barkley. Yes. No, you put in potato famine. That's what you need to put in.
I thought he was just like the live studio audience, right?
Yeah, like a million and a half people died, but whatever.
Casey, you are in control of the board.
All right, let's finish out 18 games.
2018 games for 1,000. Matt Fraser won the 2018 games with 1,162 points and an average event finish of 4.5. However, his worst event finish was 11th in this event. What is the marathon row? 3 categories left. Who are you talking about? Get on my level 1, and that's odd objects. Casey, you are still in control of the board.
Odd objects 400.
Odd objects for 400. This object was used for the first time in 2013, totaling 100 yards in distance. Part of one of most people's favorite events ever at the CrossFit Games. Ellia.
What is a sandbag?
Anybody else? Pedro.
Pig. What is a pig?
Correct.
Wow.
What is the pig? The pig was part of the Burden Run. It was the first iteration of the pig, which was made out of sheet metal, rubber, and a very dew-soaked soccer field. Pedro, you are in control of the board. Pedro, you have 400. Ellia, 1,200. Casey, 3,000.
Technically, I should have 0 because I didn't ask a question, but I'll go, who are you talking about for 200?
Who are you talking about for 200? Now, hopefully, as Barkley holds his hands together tightly in a prayer position, the audio clip will play, and it will only play once. You must guess the individual the clip is about. Please work. Please work.
Are you kidding me? What can this guy do?
Pedro.
Matt Fraser. Who is Matt Fraser?
Ooh, I was going to dock you on that one. Correct. Who is Matt Fraser?
Sprint against Ben Smith. See, I know some shit.
You are in control of the board. You have $600, Ellia $1,200, Casey $3,000.
I'll go same 400.
Who you talking about for 400? Oh, it is a daily double. Pedro, you will be the only one that can answer this question.
Oh, this is going to be a long wait.
And you are allowed, no, you still only get 10 seconds. And you are allowed to wager up to $600.
How much do I have?
You have $600.
I'll wager 600.
$600. Yep, Seth. Look, Seth is in the chat. You better go all in. Seth, technically, probably scored about 12,000 points last time. Bet it all. All right. Daily double. The audio clip is...
You legend! Take it back to the games!
And it's an event record!
Again, record as well!
Jeez, that was hard. It sounded like it was Oceania.
They yelled, "You legend."
Who is Cara Saunders?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were close. Who is Con Porter? You legend.
Thrusters and rope climbs.
Jeremy Austin's greatest call of all time. Pedro, you are still in control of the board.
I'll go same 600.
Who are you talking about for 600?
Now, this 240-pound bag is 1.6 times her body weight.
Pedro.
Who is Rebecca Fuselier? Fuck. Oh, you didn't fucking call that event. Fuck.
Casey.
Who is Danny Spiegel?
That's a... Nope. Now it's gonna... Big bag.
That's a big bag.
Pedro, you can't answer twice.
Ah, this is bullshit.
That's the rules. Aaliyah.
Who is Jacqueline Dahlstrom?
Correct. Jacqueline Dahlstrom. There's a Dahlstrom and a half in the bag. Casey, you have 2,400. Pedro, -600. Aaliyah, 1,800.
Oh, I
Aaliyah,
forgot you lose money if you get it wrong. Fuck.
Yes, you do. Well, like you said, not negative yet, but we are negative now. Aaliyah.
Let's do odd object for 600.
Odd objects for 600. This object was a smash hit when it was debuted in 2012. It returned to the games in 2017, which sparked a little controversy over some athletes using the old hook and pull technique. Pedro, was that Bill?
No, he put him
Casey
down. I'm going to
first.
go with Casey on that one.
Yeah.
Easy.
What is the banger?
Correct.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the fucking name of it. I was like, Clang and Bang. I can't remember the name.
Casey with 3,000. Aaliyah, 1,800. Pedro, -600. Casey, you have control of the board.
Let's go. Who you talking about? 800.
Who are you talking about for 800?
Then we find out she had a broken foot. And I literally thought, okay, this woman was sent from the future to kill Sarah Connor, and she just stuck around to do some CrossFit because she is a cyborg.
Pedro.
Oh, I'm definitely wrong. Who's Rebecca Fuselier?
God,
No,
you're
not
really-
Rebecca Fuselier. Fucking the doctor. Fuck. Can I give another answer if no one else is going to answer?
For fun, yes, please.
Fucking Fouché. What's her name? Julie Fouché?
All right. Nope. We are hard left. Who is Sam Briggs?
Shouldn't guess.
Close. They're almost the same
So
person.
close. Almost. Yep. Same skill
So
set.
many, so many similar traits.
All right. Technically, Pedro is winning a different game, but here we are. He did promise entertainment, and entertainment we do have.
That's all I promised, by the way.
Who has the board?
It's me.
Casey, you have the board.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Who you talking about for 1,000?
Who are you talking about for 1,000?
Look at that beard. Never gets in the way of the barbell when he's working out, which is so impressive.
Fun fact, actually uses hang power cleans to trim his beard to the appropriate level.
Fuck it.
Pedro.
Who's Jared Anderson?
Oh, that's a good guess. I genuinely mean that. It's his doppelganger. All right. Who is Lucas
I knew that one too.
Parker?
I remember
Lucas
that.
Parker.
That was good.
Doing great, Pedro.
No, there's still 2,000, at least 2,500 on the board, so we're good.
There is
you're good.
technically
Solid.
$4,800 left on the board. It is still possible
Yeah, watch me get to minus 6,000.
to get minus 6,000. Casey.
Yeah, let's go odd objects for 800.
Odd objects for 800. This object anchored a chaotic event in 2018. Aaliyah.
What is the snail?
Casey.
What is the... Nope. I had the wrong event.
Focus.
Yeah. What do you got to lose other than,
Literally nothing. What is a sled? This
Fuck. What is the tumbler?
Oh, dang
I knew
it.
that's what Leah was thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Often
forgot
That's
the
what I was
snail's
thinking
the one
too,
you
Bill. I
pushed.
just said the wrong word too. Look,
Totally. You were so
Pedro's
close.
done that 6 times so far. I was thinking
every one of my answers, I was thinking of the right one.
but something came out. All right, Casey, you have Pedro. Honestly, they're coming to you. Casey has 2,200. Aaliyah has 1,000, and Pedro has negative 3,200. Casey, you are still in control of the board.
Yep, let's go odd objects 1,000.
Odd objects for 1,000. Traditionally used for other sports-specific training, this object has only been used once at the CrossFit Games. Should have given the year. Don't you think that's fair? In 2012.
Oh, fuck. Can I take my hands down?
Pedro.
A softball?
Ooh, so close. Aaliyah.
What is a softball?
Casey, would you like to lose some points too?
No, I would not.
Okay. What is the blocking sled?
What the hell is that?
2012 was rope
Football,
climbs
yeah.
and a football sled known as the blocking sled, at which they called it, pushing it down the field between each round.
What year was the softball?
2011.
11.
Sorry, what is 2011? All right, one category left. All questions still on the table. 3,000 points up for grabs. Is it still Casey?
It is me still. We were on like a five question losing streak.
Not
let's
we,
go-
Casey. I am on a 5 question.
No, it's not just you, Pedro. It's all 3 of us. Level 1 for 200.
Get in my level 1 for 200. These two functional movements combine to make a thruster. Casey.
What is squat and push press?
Aaliyah.
What is squat and press?
Pedro.
What was a front squat and press?
I'll accept.
Push press.
What is a front squat into a push press or into a press?
Courtesy points.
Squats.
Totally.
It was less wrong than your dumb take, Casey, but let's go.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't worry, Pedro is still at negative 4,000.
I am not a threat.
Pedro, you are in control of the board.
Yeah, we would like 400 next. Please.
This is the base of the theoretical hierarchy of development. Casey.
What is nutrition?
Correct. What is nutrition? Casey, your control
600.
board. Get on my level 1 for 600. Oh. Casey, you are the only one who can answer this question. You must wager before you get the question.
What are our points again? Sorry.
Hold, please. Barkley, what is our
I'm being that guy.
Casey has $2,400.
Casey has $2,400. Thank you, Barkley.
What does Ellia have?
Well, we can't tell you that.
Okay.
We can tell you yours.
I'll wager.
Only a pussy would ask that question, Casey.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm at negative something at this point.
That's would have never asked this question.
Let's go 600.
600. You'll get the question. You'll have 10 seconds to answer. This is the key component of CrossFit workouts that drives results.
Oh, I can't answer.
Pedro, I'm sorry.
What is intensity?
Correct. What is intensity? 2 questions left. Casey.
Yeah, 800.
Get on my level 1 for 800. This metabolic pathway is used in long duration activity. Bill, I was not looking.
I'll go Leah on that one. That was a tight one.
Yeah.
What is aerobic?
Barkley? Pedro?
What is the aerobic pathway?
Oh, it's kind of the same thing. Barkley, I need your judges here.
It's not what I want.
Well, he is the final judge, jury, and executioner.
Fuck you, Barkley.
What is the oxidative pathway?
Oh, why were you even looking at him? We were both so far off.
Well, I mean,
That's why I said the second one. I was like, oh, is it because she left out the word pathway? I'll be sneaky and take her points.
I just wanted to see how nice you wanted to be. All right, we've got one question left. Casey has 3,000. Pedro negative 4,800, which is a new record. Ellia negative 600. And we have Get on My level 1 for 1,000. This is below gymnastics on the theoretical hierarchy of development. Casey.
What is metabolic conditioning?
And no throwing needed. What is metabolic conditioning is correct. So close. Your scores before Final Jeopardy. Which Casey has $4,000. Which actually think is a new record of the highest score we've ever had on the show so far. Pedro is negative 4,800, which is also a record.
Listen, for every yin, you need a yang. Everything should be balanced.
And Ellia is sitting right there, almost smack dab in the middle of both of them at negative 600. Actually, that is almost exactly in between them. All right, Final Jeopardy. That is not Final Jeopardy. Lord, what did I do, Barkley?
What is the pig?
Thank you. Oh, I clicked on
God, I was on such a high when I got that question right.
And then it was all downhill from there. All right, welcome to Final Jeopardy. In Final Jeopardy, you will wager what you have up to everything that you have. If you're in the negative, I believe Barkley has been so kind to say is that you can wager 1,000 because it won't matter.
Hey, if you really want me to set a record, let me wager whatever I want.
You can wage whatever you have in your possession.
So
All right.
I can wage minus 4,800.
You will get the category first, and then you will be allowed to set your wagers. So category is CrossFit Games personalities. Let me get my clock up here. Show the timer. You have 1 minute to set your answers. So set your wagers now.
What? I can do up to 1,000.
You can do as much as you want. This person was the MC for the first event of the 2010 CrossFit Games. sang the national anthem. Heat 1 was standing out there on the competition floor in Carson, California. F-16s flew over. And then at 3, 2, 1, go, Amanda kicked off the 2010 CrossFit Games. And there was only one person and one person only out there on the floor as the MC for the very first event in Carson, California. All right, pencils down.
I think I actually know this one.
I had a feeling Andrew was going to guess that. All right, before we get there, let's go in order from, I want to say, least to most. We'll say that. Pedro, would you like to tell us what your wager was and your answer?
I will wager whatever you allow me to wager, up to the maximum amount that I can wager. And my answer is
negative 4,800.
Who is Travis Bagent?
Who is Travis Bagent? Ellia, your wager and your answer, please.
I wagered 1,000. Who is Nicole Carroll?
Now let's be clear. You wagered negative 1,000.
What? I thought we could wager 1,000.
You can wager what you have, and you have negative 600.
Okay.
Sorry, what was it? Nicole Carroll?
Yes.
All right, Casey, your wager.
I wagered $1.47.
Oh, you fucking pussy.
$1.47.
And I said, who is Dylan Malitsky?
Who is Dylan Malitsky?
You're cheap and wrong.
Is he even born yet?
I don't know if he was, I don't know if he was born yet.
Other than Kiki Dixon, it was the only MC's name I could think of.
All right, well, we will add one more to the list because everyone is wrong.
Oh, shit.
Prepare yourselves. The first MC of the 2010 CrossFit Games was none other than Dave Castro.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Castro was the MC in event 1. He barely made it to the end of that event and could not speak for the rest of the weekend after the first day of competition. And that will bring us right back to where we go. Board. In case you were so annoyed with the number that you just put on the board. $3,998.53 is your winner. Pedro has set a new record for negative points at $9,600.
It's respectable, actually. There's something to be said for that.
Ellia at negative 1,200. Casey, congratulations.
Thanks.
You, sir, will be receiving a Bubs bundle from Bubs Naturals. Ellia, 2 in a row, but we couldn't quite make it 3. But so close. That means, Casey, you will be returning for the next show as we will have 2 new contestants to tackle the greatest. Hey, did you qualify? Did you go for the games this year?
I qualified, but I will be declining my invitation. I'm going into retirement.
Oh, is this your official announcement?
This is my official announcement.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold, please. Casey, you are a winner, yet you have an announcement to make.
Yeah. I'm done competing. I'm too old, and I've got too many other things going on in my life, like memorizing CrossFit Games events. So,
yes,
I'll be done competing now. 3 years of winning the CrossFit Games, and we're calling it.
Well, good for you. You are a dominant force on the CrossFit Games competition floor. Congratulations on all your success, your future retirement. And we are really happy to know that your future stake and you're putting all your chips into the CrossFit Jeopardy basket. So that is, we do appreciate you very much for that.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Ellia, Pedro, thank you guys for joining. Bill, keeping us in check. Barkley, again, we couldn't do this without you. Casey, well, you be in touch so you can get your Bubs bundle. Thank you, everyone, for joining the show back-to-back weeks. I guess we'll have to return again to get back on track as we hard charge towards the 2024 CrossFit Games. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining the show. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Pedro, any new shows coming up before we bounce?
Josh Woolley next Tuesday. Emma Lawson and Jack Farlow's coach.
Oh, yes. What's his training program?
Mammoth.
Mammoth training. So a guy named Josh Woolley with Mammoth program names. And yet a new, that's very confusing. Because isn't there another Woolley with a Mammoth?
And his training program is actually funny.
Okay. Yes. Got it. That makes sense. Ellia, what's next for you?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I'm doing NorCal Classic in September. So just training for that right now.
Taylor Self's doing that too.
Is he? Is that official? Are we putting him on the spot for that one?
He put up a story earlier on, so I think.
Oh, well, yeah, then Taylor Self will be there with you at the Northern California Classic,
Right.
as well as
he'll be winning the NorCal Classic.
there we go. Look at this, just breaking news after breaking news. Casey, enjoy your retirement, brother. Congratulations on all your success. We will see you next time on Jeopardy. We'll see everybody next time on CrossFit Jeopardy.